Let's meet your home team.
And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
Look at the opening lineup for Florida. Pass to Lee. Good D by Sanders. Here's Magician. Here's Magician. Malone looking around. Here's Hammond. Good, and the assist goes to Malone.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Good D by Sanders. Magician passes to Hammond. Now here's Malone. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Sanders passes to Hammond. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Magician. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Lee outside. From outside the arc, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Magician passes to Sanders. Here's Magician into the lane, and the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Pass to Magician. Malone outside. Here's Magician. Here's Magician. Fires the 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Back to Lee.
2 minutes remaining.
Over Sanders. And the rejection by Sanders. And shot on the way. Good. He hits the jump shot.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Florida trails by 6. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The All-Star game almost here. Let's see how the West is shaping up. You look at Florida. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. 5 games behind.
And right now for Florida, what an ideal start for them this season. I mean, it takes some teams a while to kind of come together. Not this group. They were ready right from the start.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
Now here's Ingram. Brown outside. Shot clock at 6. With the shot. And the shot falls short this time. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Ingram outside. Lee outside. Back to Ingram. Florida moving that ball. On the wing, Lee. Florida needs to get off a shot. And once again off the mark by Ford. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Magician. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass the Magician. Off target with his 3. And that does it for the first quarter. They're up by 6. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Magician is out there with Holland. Then it's Magician. Then it's Magician. And it's Magician in at the 5 spot. The 3. The offensive rebound. And it's Magician missing. Florida trails by 6. And for Florida. Pass to Lloyd. To the middle. Here's Ingram. Now Brown. And here is Ingram. Jacks up a 3. Lloyd can't hit. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Swiped away. Fast break. Here comes Florida. Pulls up for 3. Traps in the tray.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Florida this year. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level, but you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Malone passes to Hammond. Back to Malone. Six to shoot. Pass to Sanders. Here's Magician. No good with the triple. Florida trails by 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Here's Magician. To the paint. Stolen. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Florida.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You look at Lee. He's received the 4th most votes in the West. If the All-Star game were today, he'd be starting.
And that's the way it should be. As dynamic as he's been this season, it wouldn't be right if he wasn't a part of that starting lineup.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Malone with the block. And they'll get another chance. Lee bounce pass from deep. And the 3 ball is good. He's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Magician passes to Malone. Inside, here's Magician. Some solid defense from Ingram.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact. Boy, a very quiet start, but it looks like he's starting to find a little something out there.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Malone, the pass to Magician. Off target at the rim. And Florida with the possession. They've got a 13-2 run going. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Florida shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. 40 seconds left in the first half. Here's Magician. Pass to Magician. Carries it from three-point range. Magician's got 5 points so far.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Lee outside. Good D by Sanders. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Florida ahead. They finish off the second quarter on a 15-5 run. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Coach Dagnall, pretty good play from this team in the first half. What'd you like best?
Yeah, I think we've done a good job defensively. That's gotten us out on the break. We're sharing the ball. We're shooting with confidence. Taking a possession at a time. That's who we are.
Confidence is king.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Greetings. First off, some updates for you as we take a look at our all-star voting totals.
Well, these are very early returns, but even so, you can see who the fans are excited to see play.
A lot of these guys deserve the votes, but there's some big names missing. Come on, America, do better.
And next up, guys, our current matchup. We're seeing a close game here for Florida.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Magician. They got the Magician. Magician is out there with Sanders. Then it's Magician. And it's Malone in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Lee. There's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Lee's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
And here's Malone. To the inside. Magician. Good D by Lee. Florida moving that ball around. Second shot opportunity. That one goes in.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Being from the field, 44%, not bad. Pass to Malone. Here's Magician. He has 7. Here's Magician. Clock at 6. Magician passes to Sanders. Over Lee. No good off the back of the rim. Florida leading by 7. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. Lee's got 6.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass to Magician. Now here's Malone. Here's Magician. Now Malone. Here's Hammond. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
This is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made 1 of your first 4 shots.
Lets it go with the 3. From past the arc. Sanders against Lee. For the 3. It's good from long range. 11 points in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Magicians checked in for Malone. And Florida with the change here, too. Ingram's checked in. Sanders against Lee. Magician passes to Sanders. Here's Magician. Will it go? Can't hit that one.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Ingram wide open. And again, it's Florida with a 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter.
Florida foul call. Ingram.
Magicians checked in for the Magician.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
.112 left to play in the third. Here's Magician. Hasn't made one yet. Puts up a 3. Magician passes to Magician. That's tipped, and he recovers it. And here's Sanders. Pass to Magician. Shot clock at 5. To the left wing. Tipped away. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. He gets it in there.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
First team foul.
For Florida, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin, on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Please give a big round of applause for your dance team.
Brown, he's checked in for Florida. .32 seconds left in the third quarter. Holland the pass to Magician. Here's Magician. There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Trying to get something going. And it's Magician missing.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And so it's Florida with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Florida. Now here's Ingram. Defense is right there. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Malone, good.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
DB, we saw a move by the league to let a little bit more contact go. Have they been consistent with that, or do you see some backpedaling at all?
I don't see any backpedaling at all. I think maybe the area where you most see this manifest is the point of attack dribble. That first dribble, defenders are really able to attack defensively. Listen, this is a hard thing. You want to bring more physicality back, but you've got to do it carefully.
And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. Magician's checked in for the Magician. Brown, he's checked in for Florida. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Malone. And it's Florida with the rebound. Pass to Brown. Brown deciding where to go with it. Second chance shot. And it's Magician with the rebound. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And he's able to get it back. Magician passes to Magician. Inside to the paint. And Malone with the stuff.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Florida leading by 20. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Both teams will make substitutions. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team
Greg,
foul.
when it comes to All-Star Weekend, which event do you look forward to the most?
It's got to be the three-point contest, right?
Shooting
No
2.
judges, no half-hearted defense. There's a purity to it that I just appreciate.
First one falls for him. A big group substitution here for Florida. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Johnson, and it's denied. And here is Brown. Johnson against Brown.
2 minutes.
Pass to Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And once again off the mark by Florida.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Johnson kicks to Holland. Back to Johnson. 1:29 left in the fourth. Here's Magician. It's deflected.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Florida.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
At the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
And Brown drops them both. In the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Pass the Magician. Now here's Sanders. Here's Magician. He's covered by Brown. It's stolen by Brown. For 3. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Here's Magician. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Magician's shot is good.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
So we see Florida taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg.